Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas, y'all. It is the Sunday before. I hope y'all are ready for it. Um, I am. Good evening, Lisa Ann. Good evening there, Jim Bob. How you doing? Brother Ridge, how you doing? Quick Wrench, how you doing, brother? Thank you for coming in. See that? Well, Ken, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. So, already have. All right. Hey, back there, what's happening, brother? Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're doing good, man. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm not really doing a whole lot special. Gonna go spend the afternoon with the family, which is always a good time. Yeah, uh, just sitting here chilling. It's actually warm today. Last couple of days it's been kind of cold. We had snow, rain, wind. I mean, we went through all the seasons this past week. So, but on a good note, I don't have to go back to work till the first of the year. Yay! So, enjoying. All right, Jim Bob. Good deal, brother. I'm having my coffee too. So, but sounds like Carolina weather. Oh yeah. But yeah, we've been making a little progress on the engine. If you guys watched the video, I did get all the parts ordered, the whole rebuild kit. Hey Barry, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. Merry Christmas to you too. Lisa and I actually thought about making some hot chocolate this evening. I just didn't before I come in. I was editing cooking video, but yeah, I found a master rebuild kit on Amazon, or not on Amazon. I'm sorry, eBay. It's a company I used before. I bought parts from them before. They seem like they're pretty good quality, but it comes with everything. It comes with valves, pistons, ring, connecting rod, gaskets. I think there's even some points on it. Um, yeah, whole big old kit for a decent price. So everything was standard size, which I was happy about. So yeah, that should be here Tuesday or Wednesday. So PS3 Pete, how you doing? Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you for stopping in. So hopefully hopefully we'll get to rebuilding it. If it comes in Tuesday, I will definitely start, depending on when it comes in on Tuesday. But if it comes in early enough, I will probably start putting it back together Tuesday or maybe Wednesday, and then of course Thursday, Christmas. I'm going to be busy, you know, Thursday or Wednesday evening and into Thursday morning. So I won't be able to be out in the shop, but hopefully on Friday, you know. So 60 right now, but rain Tuesday through Saturday. Oh, so you're dreaming of a wet Christmas. Thomas, Merry Christmas, brother. Grinchmas. Oh, Merry Grinchmas. You have been naughty, Nate? I know you've been naughty. I checked the list twice. Way to go, brother. Uh, oh, Mr. Briggs. I'm sorry about that. 28th birthday. Well, he lived a long life, brother. So, quite Nate. The question I have is: has Mrs. Claus been on the naughty? Is Mrs. Claus on the naughty list too? If you are, you're a match made in heaven. So, if you guys haven't been following Nate's shrimp uh, shrimp ranching videos, you need to go check them out. Them suckers are so cute. They're just little teeny tiny little things. She's worse than you. That's hard to believe, brother. So, But yeah, she must be on the naughty list. She is with Nate. I don't know. Um, I've seen her Halo a couple times, so you know, maybe Nate's naughty enough for both of them. She just gets guilty by association. How's that? Oh, Lisa's kitty sitting. Don't sit on them too hard. They don't like that. I would get a cat. I just don't want to deal with a litter box. Don't eat the yellow snow. Good advice, Jim Bob. Very good advice. So, but yeah, I don't think it doesn't look like we're gonna have any snow for Christmas, but I know most people are saddened about that, but not me. Uh, you know, as long as you get together, family, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what the weather is, snow, no snow, whatever. You know, just spend it with your loved ones. The automatic, yeah, but I still have to deal with emptying that, and I absolutely hate to deal with anything to do with a litter box. The smell, all that. You know. Dwight, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. I'll eventually get another dog. You missed the ones with the clutch. Okay. You would love some snow or at least a day below 70. Just head north, Nate. Go up to Dad's place. Don't he get snow up there? They basically bag it and zero smell. Yeah, but that I don't know. I'm still holding out for a dog. Uh, I want something about the size of a bull terrier, pit bull terrier. Not a big dog, but yet not a little teeny tiny dog. 3 petal kitty litter box. Never seen one. I seen the ones that look like a concrete mixer. After the cat gets out, it kind of spins and sifts the stuff out of the. About to head north after Christmas. Some hunting. I'm gonna do attempt to drag home a new boat. Awesome. Finally got the Aries running. Flywheel key. Ignition coil just been all place now. Starts on the second pull. Awesome. Awesome, Thomas. With an extended shifter. A commercial coming off. Then muted me. So don't know what I said. I said a lot of stuff. Hey, Nate is coming to North Carolina. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, they. I was talking about the automatic litter boxes, the one that looks like a cement mixer. It's got the drum inside where after the cat does its business, it rotates and does something with the leftovers, I guess. I mean, I had a cat a few years ago. The ex left, but she was a good cat. I mean, I don't know. They're not as cuddly as a dog. They act like you're their servant. Instead of there to be. That's the one that works great. Bags it even. Yeah, I guess if I decide to get a cat, I'll look into getting one. But as it stands right now, we won't be having no cat. Cats don't make good garage animals. Of course, in an earlier life, my ex stepdaughter, she wanted a dog so bad that we let her get a cat, or she found a cat, and she trained the dog like a cat, or trained the cat like a dog. It would fetch, it would come when it's called, it would sit, do all kinds of tricks like the cat or dog would do, and he was a pretty cool cat. But yeah, Thomas says he has a cat that thinks he's a dog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to walk him. See, that's the whole thing. When I had my black lab or smooth coated retriever, I had a zip line thing. I'd hook her up to it or hook him up to it. He'd go out do his business. If he wanted to stay outside, he'd stay outside. Didn't have to worry about him running off or anything. And then my chocolate lab, she was trained when I got her. I got her from a rescue, and she would never leave the yard. She'd go out, do her business. She had a path around my yard, her patrol that she had to do every day, and until she got like really old. But she'd go out and make her loop around and check things out and do her business. And yeah, about the only. Hey, John, how you doing? Santa Bearhead, yep. About the only time I ever had her on a leash was when I was camping. I took what they call a city leash. They're real short, and we hooked it to her collar because the campground host where we were at said I had to have her on a lead, even though she would not leave my side no matter what. She wouldn't go after other dogs, squirrels, rabbits, any kind of thing like that. She would stay right by my side, and they said I still had to have her on a leash. So we got her that, and you'd think you tied a boat anchor around her neck, but you know, she'd walk good on a leash, but she didn't like having one on. That's you. House hippo pet. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I love the house hippos. We had one growing up. She wasn't much of a hippo, but she was a full-blooded. She was a full-blooded pit. And then my daughter had one. She was a house hippo, and she was awesome. I say hi to John. John, did I say hi to you? Hi again. Merry Christmas. So, hi, Barry. If I didn't say hi to you when you come in. But, yeah, so eventually, one of these days, maybe I'll get one when I retire. That'll give me something to do. Chase the dog around. So, all right, cool, John. So, what's everybody else getting for Christmas? Anybody getting anything good? I don't buy myself anything for Christmas because usually if I have something I want, I just go buy it, and that's my early Christmas. Last time I went to the hospital, smelled a rotten foot, and saw remove a rotten foot. Yeah, yeah. If you smelled it, then yeah, they would probably remove it. You're absolutely right, Mr. Briggs. Oil-based paint does not wash out of your beard very easily. You could have took brake clean, soaked it, and it would have wiped out. But you asked Santa for an inflated date. Does your wife know about that, or is she the one that actually prompted you to get it? But yeah, so I'm going in with my brother and my nephew to get my mom a gift. So we're just gonna get her one big gift. Pass on the brake clean. Yeah. Huh? Ship over a gal from the Ukraine. Cut your other one up. You'll have to keep this one in the shop then, John. Just dress her in some coveralls and put a hat on her. That way she just looks like somebody that's going to help you out there. Your new garage assistant. I got a video of my future garage assistant. It's on my phone. I can't play it here, but I'll send it to you later, John. California Pizza Kitchen. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that really good sounding pizza. Chocolate mint truffles. A wheelchair for when you go to the store. Mint chocolate truffles sound really good. Yeah, I do speak from experience. A buddy of mine had like 3 of them out in his garage. They were all dressed up in different coveralls. It was funny as heck. You'd walk in and they're sitting there in a chair. So, speaking of chairs, I'm kind of excited. I'm going to be trying to set up a TIG welding table. I've got that welding table from Vevor, but it's high, so you can't sit at it like a regular office chair. I was cleaning out some stuff at work out of the storage, furniture storage, and I found a high top, like a lab chair, like sits at a lab table, but it's on wheels and it's adjustable. Guess where that went? Oh, they're gone. You ate them already, Lisa? You didn't even share? So, but yeah, I'm excited about that. I had an old lab chair, like one of the old high school lab chairs, the old wooden ones, steel base. What's the channel's name? Delisa, how you doing, dear? Merry Christmas. I had one of those for a long time, but it wasn't on wheels. It was a pain in the butt to move around. This one's on wheels, and all the wheels work. And the cylinder in it actually holds me. It doesn't like drift down. Thomas said he'll buy you a mannequin. John. Hey, Daryl's wife. Yeah. So I'm happy about that. So now I just gotta get busy and I'm gonna build a secondary welding cart for welders. I'm thinking about putting we guys seen the stick welder. That's a really nice stick welder. That thing is sweet. It'll do stick or TIG. And I've got the other machine that does gas or gasless MIG. It'll do lift TIG, stick. That multi-phase machine that I tried to do a little bit of TIG welding with. And then I have the original stick welding machine that's also a TIG welder. But I think this new one I got, it'll do stick or TIG. I think I'm going to set it up strictly for TIG, and then put it in the plasma cutter on its own cart. And I've talked to one of my buddies, my Lincoln Electric shielded gas or non-shield or flux core 110 welder. I'm going to give that one to him because I've got my Miller gas MIG, and then I've got that little flux core. So I don't need 2 flux cores. And that big one, I never use it anymore now that I got my gas MIG. Or I use it very seldom. And and the smaller one, smaller gas or flux core, just much easier to move around. Nah, you can keep that snow up there, Mr. Briggs. So, but I want to build a second cart. So I'm debating if I want to put the flux core and the TIG on one cart. Flux core and TIG on one cart, and my gas MIG and plasma cutter on another cart, or which way I want to do it. Probably the flux core, probably the gas MIG and the plasma cutter on one cart, and the solid or the flux core and the TIG welder on another cart. Because those are the two I'll probably use the least, and I'll use the plasma cutter and the shield gas MIG more. So I don't know. What's you guys' ideas? I'm just rambling, trying to fill some time. But yeah, I was happily surprised with that stick welder. Like I said, it was even nicer than the first one, and I think it welded pretty decent for the rods that they sent with me. Hey, Adam, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping. Unless it is steel, I have no way of welding aluminum or cast aluminum. So yeah, I don't have an AC/DC TIG as of yet. You getting the 18 volt? It's 18 volt Milwaukee 3/8. Or are you getting the 12 volt? I picked up the 18 volt 3/8 fuel M18. Oh, Nate, you will love it. I love mine. That thing's badass. I love it. Yep, Milwaukee fuels are the bomb. Yes, they are. I now have the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch. I've had the 1/2 inch for a few years, and that thing's a beast. But you pay the price on the weight. That little 3/8, I very seldom get my 1/2 inch out anymore. It even zips off lug nuts. Oh, run, Thomas, run to the potty, run. So, yeah, you will not regret buying the 3/8 M18. I actually got a couple of the Milwaukee 3/8 impact sockets. My Napa, which would be Carlisle. They're under the Napa name, but were made by Carlisle. They walked off. I think they went with the 10 millimeters. Dang, bro. But anyways, so I called down to Napa and told them just to send me up a couple. I just wanted 3/8 impacts, and so they they sent me up the Milwaukee ones. That's what they had in stock, and yeah, it's awesome. Skill 12 volt. No, most 35. Oh, that's awesome. I, I wish, Mr. Briggs. I wish I could just play that and be able to weld aluminum with a TIG and a MIG, but sadly, no. Chase Service, how you doing, brother? Thank you for stopping in. But yeah, eventually someday I do hope to have a AC/DC TIG. Once I learn how to TIG weld decently, which, I mean, what little I've done doesn't seem hard. Uh, I just got to remember to pull the puddle along, not push. I guess that's how you. Yeah, yeah. This is your TIG gun. You go along like our TIG torch. You go along and you feed from this side in the front. So I'm trying to do it backwards, with my TIG here and feed it this way, and that's why I was having troubles. So yeah, but so yeah, that would be awesome if it worked, but unfortunately, it does not. And right now, an AC/DC TIG welder is not a need; it's a want, and the price of them are, yeah, yeah. Tractor, you are a great welder, no matter which way you're welding, man. I've seen your welds. Um, I would love to be able to be half as good as you are. And back to school, high school before welding. Awesome. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I'll practice with. Yes, Adam. They have, um, especially like I said, that stick welder I got. Well, even the one you tested, the Pro model from that company. Um, that thing. I mean, for being like 4 pounds. I'm used to the big old buzz boxes, the tombstones, and all that, and the rod sticking and doing all that kind of stuff. I had no sticking issues with that new machine. The first one I tested, a little bit here and there, but this new one, not at all. Sea Monster, thanks, Sea Monster, I appreciate it. You know, so, but yeah, I mean that thing uh, with some 6013 rod, uh, I think anybody could weld. Well, well, Tractor, I sure hope so too, brother. I miss seeing your stuff, man. Yeah, 6013 or 7018, either one. Road runner, Mimi. How you doing, brother? Uh, you can JB weld. I can JB weld too. I can JB weld with the best of them. I even got some high temp JB weld to be doing. What's the cheapest laser level? Uh, don't know. I haven't priced laser levels. I priced the digital angle finders. Exactly, Adam. And that's the way I feel about that little flux core MIG. It does just as good a job as my Lincoln, and like I said, the thing weighs like five. That that thing weighs like 5 or 8 pounds with a couple pounds spool in it. Uh, you get a good heavy 10 gauge extension cord on a 30 amp breaker. You can stretch that sucker out in the middle of the driveway and weld up stuff. Nice thing about it is there's no gas to uh, deal with blowing away or anything. You need one to level your house. Might be just as easy to rent one. They have a high end and won't borrow out. Well, tell them to come over and use it. Show you how to tell them you want to learn how to use one. So come on over and show them. Have them come over and show you. So yeah, but I've never really used a laser level. I've used a laser transit, for marking out stuff like that. But the actual laser level thing that shoots the line out, I don't think I've ever used one. So, but yeah, like I said, I was looking at digital angle finders. Found a couple nice ones on Amazon. All right, Tractor. Hope you have a Merry Christmas too, brother, and looking forward to seeing you back in action again, man. Don't be a stranger. We're here every Sunday night. You're always welcome, brother. Best having you around. So, but yeah, Klein. I was looking at Klein digital level. Like I've seen one for like $25 or $30, and it is a Klein. It's not a knockoff Kling. What's going on here? My lighter's not lighting. There we go. When they was. Well, the I-beam had cracked. It needs to be level and add about 8 to 12 more pillars to ensure. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of a tool I don't use. I wouldn't use. So I wouldn't buy one. If anything else, like I said, I would look into like a tool rental place and see if you could rent one. See how much it is to rent one if you need to. Mr. Briggs just says he bought a Cobalt laser level at Lowe's for $60, and it does 100 feet. All right, Delisa. I'll look at it after the live. I don't bring my phone in here because it goes off so much. I think everybody that's going to message me and text me would, be here. No, but yeah. So, but so yeah, if the parts don't come in for that engine soon enough, I'm probably going to start mocking up the frame. Get the transaxle together. Put the front axle on the frame. That's the other thing too. I need to find out. I need to go into some of the Facebook groups and find out, like local clubs, Bush League clubs, if you're allowed to move the front axle, and if so, how much. Jeffrey, Who's texting? I don't know who's texting me right now. I keep hearing it going off. So, but yeah, I read the National Quarter Scale or National Guard Tractor Pullers Association (NGTPA). Yeah, Harbor Freight wanted 200 for one that went 50 feet. But I checked their rules, and for their stock class, it has to be a maximum of 56-inch wheelbase, I believe. I'd have to look it up again. Yeah, I think it's 56 inches wheelbase. So I need to, I guess I need to find out for, I need to get a bunch of opinions whether I can move it or not. I know I can lower it, but I need to know if I can move it forward. Moving it forward just makes them handle better, gives it a longer wheelbase. Plus, it helps with weight transfer and all that kind of stuff too. But I know some clubs are real sticklers about that you have to run stock wheelbase. I ran into that with Monkey Business when I first started pulling it. A couple clubs wasn't going to let me pull because they said I moved the front axle. Well, if you look at those tractors, it's a Gilson, and they are already longer than a stock Cub Cadet wheelbase. And then, like I said to them, if I was going to move the wheelbase, why wouldn't I move it all the way out? To what, with your non-stock classes. Why would I just move it a little bit? So, but yeah, so I need to get an answer on that to see if I can move the front axle. If not, then we need to work on making up some new spindles. I need to make up some new spindles, and we're going to drop the front end down. We're going to slam it. Oktoberfest Samuel Adams, 13 beers and counting. You drinking one per day till Christmas or what? Sold everything but 3 vehicles. That's a miracle. It's a miracle. Well, if the price is right, everything will sell. Don't slam it. Slam it, yes. Now, Jeff, I want to for weight transfer. If you can get a 5-degree downward rake, it helps with weight transfer. It actually makes the back wheels plant better. So we have to drop the front end some. That's one of the reasons I was looking at the digital angle finders to see if I can, that way I can be more accurate. I've got one of the ones from Harbor Freight, the magnetic ones that have the little, which it's worked for years, but yeah. Insurance went to $5,500, and he said, "Nope, I don't blame you." I actually had a kind of a salesman, I guess, rep from the gas company or the gas provider, stopped by the other day after I was off work, and apparently my township got a second choice gas provider, and they sent a thing out, and I thought it was the same company as before, which I was very happy with their rates and everything. Didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. Thought it was junk mail. Threw it away. Apparently, if you did not opt out, they became your new provider, and it was, I forget how many cents more a cubic, whatever, blah blah blah. But it would end up costing me almost $500 a year more for the same gas. So, open a Miracle half-mile down the road. Oh, that's not good, Jeff. And Oreo cookies too. Beer and Oreo cookies. Okay. But what was I talking about? Oh, gas prices, natural gas prices. So this guy stopped by and explained everything, showed me his credentials, and he got me re-signed up for my original provider that was cheaper than the one I have now. It's, so I'm going to save money. Bad thing is it won't go into effect until January 1st. So I have to pay the rate for last month and this month. I've had them now for three. I think it started 3 months ago. Yeah, quarterly, 3 months ago. So I was wondering why my bill went up some, but just I figured it because it was cold and I had to heat a little higher than I normally did. But yeah, he said once it goes into effect, it should go back down to what it usually is. I'm on a budget anyways, but so, but yeah. So there's my Christmas gift to myself, getting cheaper gas. Yeah, I got her. Yep. So, but what I actually need is some elves and a Secret Santa to insulate and steel side my shop. Put some vapor wind barrier around it. I'd like to run the 2x4 cross pieces, 1.5 inch styrofoam insulation, house wrap, and then steel siding. Get it more insulated, and that way I can keep it warmer. Natural gas is going up 60% here in January. Thanks, New Jersey. Well, Lisa, whenever this first took over, it's a consortium or whatever they call it. When they first did it a few years ago, you had to opt into it from the regular gas company. And after seeing what the gas company was charging, because they sent me a couple different letters of what they were paying for it, what they were charging us compared to the gas company, they were cheaper. So I opted into it. Well, I get stuff all the junk mail all the time, and the papers that they sent, I didn't really read them. I just opened them up, and I'm like, I'm happy with my provider. I don't want to change. And I thought it was junk mail, trying to get me to switch over. And so I just threw the stuff in the trash and never paid attention to it again. So yeah, I got suckered for like 3 months of paying a higher rate, which, I mean, it's not like $1 more or whatever, but it's still higher. Like I said, it'd be roughly $500 a year more. So I'm happy to be back with my original company. And okay, Lisa, you have a great evening, dear. Thank you very much. You have a Merry Christmas, and hope to see you next Sunday. So, but so yeah, but yeah, I'd like to get the garage more insulated, more airtight, new garage door, but that stuff's going to have to hold off until we get the shed paid off. I can't do the unless for some odd reason the channel takes off and I start making, stupid money. You know, uh, we got to get the shed paid off first, and then we'll work on. Well, by that time, probably be time to buy another truck. So it'll be a few years, 5, 6 years, but it's all good in the hood. You know, I got the oil burner working good, and yeah, Jim Bob, I can make stupid too. The money is the hard part. So, oh, talking about money, totally slipped my mind. I was sitting out back in my shop, my workshop, daily job shop, having a smoke one afternoon last week. It was a nice day out, and I'm just sitting there. There's a little like picnic table thing. I'm sitting there smoking my cigarette, and uh, there's a road there, and high school kids walk up and down it all the time, going to and from school. Well, this is about the time they were getting off, and uh, this one younger lady stopped, took her headphones off, shut her cell phone off, walked up, and held out her hand with like a buck something and change in it. And she kind of like offered it to me, and I'm like, I said, "No, nah, I'm good, thank you very much." She says, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm positive." And she turned to walk away, and she stopped, and she turned back around. She goes, "I got some Burger King French fries. Are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, dear, I just had lunch." I said, "I'm good, thank you. I really do appreciate it." So I was shocked that she probably thought I was homeless or whatever, but uh, it was just something you don't see from young people, offering stuff like that. Uh, all right, Dwight, appreciate you stopping in, brother. You have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you all later. Am I working this coming week? Absolutely not. Or the following week? Yes, Jim Bob, there are. I don't know if it was because my dirty work clothes that she said maybe thought I was homeless or needed help or whatever. Um, like I said, it kind of shocked me, and I didn't really put like two and two together to think about it that way until after she had walked way off. Um, if I would have been on my game, I probably would have whipped my wallet out and pulled out a bill and handed it to her and told her, thank you, and go help somebody that actually needs the help. You don't feel bad, but like I said, I see her every morning walking to school. So I don't know if she just thought maybe that's where I hung out at all day and stuff, because I didn't have no place else to go or what. But I mean, I had clothes on that had my work name on it and stuff. Not like I was sitting there with an old army jacket or something like that, and you know, really looking destitute. With big bundle, big duffel bag or something like that. I mean, I was just sitting out there having a smoke. It wasn't really that cold out that day. A grocery cart, yeah. So, but yeah, after it was all said and done, I went back inside and everything. I was thinking about it. I'm like, dude, if I was on my game thinking about it, I should have whipped out my wallet and gave her some money to give to somebody else. Just because like I said, you don't see that from young people nowadays too much. And she didn't have the look in her eyes of like ew, so 10 speed to an 8 speed. Okay. Thomas has got the beer burps. Most definitely, Jim Bob. I hope she does. Um, you know, and I mean, she most days, if she's paying attention and I'm out there, she'll acknowledge. I'll say good morning, and she'll like nod her head or whatever, and keep on going. But you know, uh, I've never, like I said, I guess I looked homeless that day. I even went and asked the secretary. I said, "Do I look homeless right now?" She's like, "No, not really." But she goes, "I know who you are." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, I told her, and she kind of giggled, and she goes, "Well," she goes, "maybe she just sees you sitting there and all the time and thinks that's where you hang out at, because you don't have anything better to do." So yeah, maybe, possibly, you know, the name of our company and stuff isn't on that side of the building. It's just a plain block building on that side, and maybe a lot of people don't know what it is. So, but I mean, there are days that I admit when I come home from work, I kind of do look homeless. I'm dirty and beat up and tired looking, and hair's all a mess, beard's all wild. I can understand how somebody could mistake me for, being homeless, and driving a Dodge on top of that. You know, Maybe they think I'm really down on my luck. Use foot powder. Jim Bob. But yeah, yep. I hope everybody has a really great Christmas, and hope everybody's well and you get to hang out. And I don't know, Jeff. But like I said, some days when I leave work, especially on hot days, and my beard gets all whacked out, and, I appreciate that, Jim Bob. You know, we're coming up on our hour, and I want to make sure everybody has a safe Christmas, uh, Christmas Eve. Uh, I don't know yet, Jeff. New Year's Eve, yes. I'm planning on going live again New Year's Eve like I do normally. We I probably won't start till like 9 o'clock. 3 hours before midnight. So, Mud Digger, what's up? So yeah, I Christmas Eve. Yes, it is. It is Christmas Eve. Yeah, like I said, definitely New Year's Eve. We'll be doing her again. Or not Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve we'll be doing it again. I think this is what, fifth annual, maybe sixth annual. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. Somebody else can go back and look. I don't know. It doesn't really matter which one it is to me. But we'll be hanging out. I did have my after work Christmas party Friday night. I did not drink. It was actually kind of disappointing. There was only maybe like 10 people there out of like 100 and some. It's not like it used to be. We used to used to be almost everybody would show up. I mean, there'd be a few that wouldn't. Some of the older guys, that didn't want to hang out with the young people, but for the most part, we had a whole bunch of people there. But Friday night, well, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 10, 8, 10. Another day made you drunk. I can believe that. Now, Delisa was in here, Thomas. She had to show you how to work the thermostat. Okay. Yeah, I have no desire to drink. I was actually putting some stuff away in the freezer today that I got at the grocery store this morning, and I uncovered a small bottle of Crown Royal. And I know that stuff's probably 15 years old. I don't drink Crown. My ex did. It was buried in the back of my freezer. Just keep it around in case somebody that comes around may want to drink. So I've got about half a bottle, a small bottle of Crown Royal in the freezer. Yeah. It's not that I can't do it anymore, Jim Bob. I just don't have the desire to. A couple people I offered to buy me drinks Friday night. I said, "Nah, just get me a soda." Oh yeah, I bet you it's smooth too, Mr. Briggs. But yeah, I just I have no urge, I guess you want to call it, to have a drink. Doesn't even sound good to me anymore. Which I mean, if y'all want to have a drink, have a drink. Don't matter to me. Doesn't affect me any. So I'm not one of those people that, quit drinking and think that everybody should quit. Different strokes for different folks, y'all. If you want to have a few drinks, have a few drinks. As long as it doesn't become a problem, and especially as long as it doesn't become my problem. You drink as much as you want. You want to fall down and drink and drunk and everything else, that's fine and dandy. Just don't make it my problem. Thomas, I have worked in high stress jobs with high stress people, and yes, I used to drink quite a lot. I just I found other means to deal with my stress. Drinking wasn't doing anything but costing me, not costing me problems, costing me money. Didn't solve any of the problems, didn't make anything go away, didn't change anything. The only thing that changed was my bank account. So, I drank my coffee, I played with my tractors, and yeah. High stress, go drive truck. Absolutely, Mr. Briggs. Especially if you got to drive inner city or around cities or in the heavy traffic areas around cities. I don't envy you guys at all doing that, because I know what I would be doing. I would not have a driver license very long. I'd be like, we putting that big cow catcher on the front and hammering down eastbound and down, and look out because we're moving. Get out the way. What's that old song? Move. Get out the way. Get right there. It is, y'all. So, all right, y'all. We just clicked over our hour. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Again, hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. Safe. Love your families. Hug everybody for me. And We will catch you guys next week. Like I said, probably not New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve, but definitely New Year's Eve. But we have a Sunday in between there. So we will catch you guys all on that day. Peace out. Love y'all.